Sucker Punch released Legends recently, and with Legends came Nightmare Survivor Mode. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Survivor Mode is 25 waves of fighting Mongols non-stop while you attempt to control 3 areas on the map. Doesn't sound too difficult unless you decide to play on Nightmare Mode. In that case, get ready for the impossible. Nightmare Mode is ridiculously tough, enemies are overpowered, you have Tengus, Brutes, Onis, Fire Spirits, it's intense. Most people can't even get past the first wave. Well, your boy managed to defeat 23 waves and landed under 1,000 on the leaderboard. It was messy, took me well over 2 hours, but we did it. Now, besides being really lucky, I'll show you guys 5 tips on how you can survive this nightmare yourself. So without wasting any time, let's jump into it. Now for my first tip, and if there's one thing you take away from this video, it's what I'm about to tell you right now. Ronin is the most important character if you want to conquer this. Let me tell you the team I was using. It consists of 3 Ronins and a Hunter. If you can have a full team of Ronins, that's even better. Ronin's ultimate, Breath of Izanami, makes Nightmare Survivor Mode possible. If you fall, a teammate falls, maybe even 3 of the 4 teammates are down. All it takes is 1 Ronin ultimate to recover the entire team. It's absolutely amazing, and it's your only fighting chance because this game mode is tough. At first I thought it was designed to be unbeatable, until I found out people were actually beating this. Ronin is a kick-ass character with a really good kit, and his heal comes in handy. During battle, Ronin's resolves are recharging rapidly, so using his ultimate as often as possible is no problem. Now, you may be able to get away with 1 person as a random character. Maybe the Samurai is the best alternate, but hands down, Ronin takes the cake. If the most important thing to survive Nightmare is to have a full team of Ronins, then the second most important thing is to have a group of people who communicate and understand Ronin is the only way possible. It goes without saying, but before I defeated 23 waves, 2 things kept happening. You have a full team of random characters and not enough Ronins, and the people on your team who know the importance of Ronin end up quitting. It's understandable, a lot of people are still learning, so you're gonna get noobs, but the more we can spread the message, the more consistent teams will be. Until then, try to join forces with others, meet some new people. You'll be surprised how many people have mics and are ready to not only chat, but coordinate. Now that we got the first 2 steps out of the way, we can move on to number 3, and that's making sure you have the right gear and techniques applied. Let's jump to my Ronin so I can show you what I have equipped. Starting with his weapon, I personally like to have the Water Katana, which comes equipped with the combo Surging Strikes. The water stance has an advantage on Shieldman, staggering Onis much easier. Additionally, Surging Strikes has to be the best hold combo in the game hands down. I've been waiting for the day where I find 105 legendary Water Katana. Now for range, I have a short bow, but having the option to carry black powder bombs would be a little better in scenarios. If you have a group of Mongols, just throwing a black powder bomb right in the middle will just destroy everything. For charms, I have a defense charm. Why this is so important is because if you take damage, you get some resolve back, allowing you to recharge your ultimate more quickly. Now for my first ghost weapon, I have a legendary. Having a legendary equipped is not required, but keep in mind that you can only have 1 legendary equipped unless you unlock all his techniques. Now having a ghost weapon that spreads dirt and catches foes on fire is massive. Again, usually you have a group of Mongols dead center of a checkpoint. Catching most of them on fire just spreads so much damage. Finally, for my last ghost weapon, we have a potion. It heals for 25 health. It's not a whole lot, but over time it adds up during survivor mode. Now that we covered gear, let's jump into his techniques. So in each of these horizontal rows, we can only have 1 technique attached. I recommend the Healing Incense for his ability, Ronin Unleashed so we can do his ability more often, Quick Regen to boost the amount of health received, and Soothing Breath so when we do his ultimate we can heal everyone for additional 8 seconds. Survivor mode can be intimidating. You have 3 spots on the map. Trying to maintain all 3 can be quite the challenge, especially when fire spirits are floating in the sky ready to take you out. If you and your team are getting far in your survivor mode, maybe you're down to your last few rounds, controlling 1 or 2 areas is just fine. Splitting up into 2 groups to control 2 separate areas or just defending one solid spot could be the reason why you and your team get through a few more waves than you expected. My first time getting far, we defended only the cliff for about 4 or 5 rounds. It wasn't terrible, and at that time I made it on the leaderboard around 4,000. Will you score lower? Probably, but it works if you want to at least accomplish survivor mode. Just don't choose the boat to defend. That area is too small and you'll get ambushed. Now for the final tip, and it's an important one as well, buy the upgrade to ignite enemies nearby. It costs 400 gold, but oh boy did it save me from a few close calls. When you have too many enemies and they got you trapped in the corner, igniting them stuns them for a brief moment but also spreads fire like crazy. Now there's 2 things to keep in mind. When you purchase this or any other upgrade, there's going to be a cooldown, and trying to get to the upgrade is almost impossible with the fire spirits. We had a couple close calls when half the team was taken out trying to purchase the upgrade. And that's going to wrap up this list, but before we end this video, I have one more bonus tip. Don't be that guy or girl. You know, the one who thinks he can run off solo and take out every Mongol on the map. You know, the one who dies on the other side of the map at the worst moment, ending the entire game mode. Yeah, I was that guy. Don't be me. Well, that's going to end this video. Let me know in the comment section if you were able to defeat every wave, and if so, drop your name so we can find you on the leaderboard. Also, ID number and card number if you want. Until next time, I'm Panther Vision, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.